Steve, we'll set everything all up.
Welcome back here at Cardines Field as our pregame show continues. Now time for the manager's show, joined today by Newport Gulls hitting coach Al Leyva. Coach, thanks for joining us here in the pregame show.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good to see you, Coach. And the Newport Gulls have been hitting the bats well lately. And of course, you're the team hitting coach. Can you have any kind of explanation for the record-setting pace the team is on right now?
Yeah, they're just, they're hard workers is what it comes down to. They're working hard. And besides, they're great athletes already. But now they're just fine-tuning it, and it's the work that they're putting into it. They're coming in at 2 o'clock, 1:30, getting some individual time with me, and then at 3 o'clock they're taking extra BP, and then normal batting practice at 4 o'clock. So they're getting anywhere from about 60 to 100 cuts every day, for the most part, and it's starting to show because they're feeling comfortable at the plate, and that's what they want. I need them to be as comfortable as possible at the plate.
We've seen you working with some of the players prior to the games. So what kind of work do you do specifically with individual players?
I'm a big lower half kind of guy. I really work that lower half. I think that's where a lot of the swings can improve on, because these guys are already physically bigger and stronger. But if they incorporate that lower half, and the higher up in the level they go, professional level, they start to incorporate that lower half. And if they can do that, they're going to see some success.
Speaking of professional level, baseball pretty much runs in your family. What other flavors maybe find out there around the world of baseball?
Yeah, my brother's been very fortunate to, I think he's told me several times, he goes, I haven't had to work a day in my life. And that's kind of how I feel. I've been fortunate to kind of follow in his footsteps and just coach baseball. Of course, I did 1 year at professional level, but I haven't got to do exactly what he's done, but, this is like perfect for me. I love this. And, I just like working and teaching. And hopefully someday, somewhere down the road, these guys will maybe pick up a couple things that I've taught them. And that's what it's all about for me. Because, I studied from different people and I picked up different things. And that's what it's all about, is sharing what our knowledge of the game.
The trio of yourself, Coach Long, and manager Mike Coombs bring three unique perspectives to the coaching staff of the Newport Gulls. Of course, the three of you are working together now for a second season.
Yeah, it starts at the top, and Mike allows myself and Kevin to do our job. He doesn't micromanage us. He lets us do our job, and so that I want to work hard for Coach Coombs. He gives me the autonomy to do what I need to do. And I feel privileged to work under him, and as well as Kevin Long. I'm learning a lot. I really don't know much about pitching. I don't claim to know. So it's just nice to hear things that he says, and I can maybe help my high school guys, back home. But it's a great trio. We really enjoy working with each other.
Laconia Muskrats in town again here tonight. It's a team that the Gulls will be seeing yet again. 8 times they'll be playing NCBL Eastern Division opponents this summer as they look to start wrapping up some of these season series. Having that experience against this team, and particularly that team's pitchers, does that help our hitters?
Oh yeah, you just like anything, these guys are studying the pitchers. They're getting comfortable. They know what they're throwing, and that's half the battle. The guy's got a good slider. We know that, if he throws a fastball, we better not miss it. If that's his out pitch is a slider, then we got to hit that fastball or that changeup. And so the more times you see guys, the better off. It's almost in a game, a pitcher, that third time around, you start to see a little bit more hits towards the end of the game. And it's because, they're figuring out that pitcher. And so that same thing with as many games as we're playing, the same concept.
It's hard to believe already here just in the second week of July, and the Newport Gulls are in search of their 20th win here tonight. Only 5 losses, and 4 of those losses have been by 1 run. The offense has really been carrying this team for much of the way. And how do you maintain that? How do you keep that going and make sure that continues to be the case?
Right now, we're finding the balls are finding, the gaps, or they're finding that 4-3 hole or the 5-3 hole, and the pitchers are keeping us in the game. And that's the main thing. If they can keep us in the game, hopefully our hitters and our defense will continue to success. But as we all know, pitching dominates, and I think our pitchers are on the brink of just staying consistent and helping us win ball games, maybe a 2-0 or a 1-0. Our pitchers are right there, and and if we do it, hopefully it's in the playoffs. Where they're showing up zeros. Make it a little bit easier for everybody. So I think our pitchers are keeping us in ball games, and that's their job, is to keep us in ball games, and hopefully we get one more run than the bad guys, and that's what it's all about.
We saw Charlie White return from injury last night, make a great play out in center field, and also was effective along the base pass. We saw a little bit of his speed displayed, and we'll be seeing White more often now. White in the leadoff spot tonight.
Yes, he's been hurt, but he's just been chomping at the bit, and I think he's a student of the game, and he's been around, every day, even though he hasn't been hitting and stuff like that, but he's been around the cage, and especially with the hitting, he's picked up some stuff, but prior to him, getting back to here, he's been working, every day, and of course the wrist has been sore after he hits. But he's been swinging, so he's worked through the pain, and now he's ready to go. And as we see, he started off hot, and hopefully he'll continue.
Although one of them was snapped last night, two Newport Gulls have a pair of the longest hit streaks in the NECBL this season. Connor Canary and Austin Slater. Slater snapped at 15 last night, and that's been a big part of the Newport Gulls' rise for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of hits throughout the whole lineup. I mean, I think Yale probably said it best the other day in that we have a lot of number 3-hole hitters, and that makes it nice. The pitchers on the opposing team, there's no break. There's no break because we don't have an easy out in our lineup, and that makes it nice. And it's, again, it goes back to their hard work and their talent.
Of course, Yale Rosen was just named NECBL Player of the Week last week.
Yes, yeah. I mean, and he deserves it. I mean, the numbers he's been putting up. But here's somebody who goes, I just found out he goes to the gym at 7:00 in the morning. We have camp at 9, so he's using every part of the day to get better, and it's showing, and hopefully it'll continue for fall into spring, for next year for him at Washington State.
At this long stretch of 10 games in 9 days, an off day tomorrow. Anything on tap for Coach Leyva?
Yeah, just after camp, I'm gonna relax a little bit and. My host, Dad, I call him my dad, he has a pool, so I'm just going to kind of hang out and relax a little bit and enjoy Newport.
Newport Gulls hitting coach Al Leyva, thanks for joining us here today on the Coach's Report. Good luck tonight against Laconia.
All right, thank you, Nick.
That's our pregame visit, the Newport Gulls coaching staff. Newport Gulls baseball is next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.